I'm here at the Slaughterhouse, and one of the biggest changes you notice is now you can see that there's like a clear, distinct entry into the haunted house that used to be called Hayrides. Hayrides was built, I want to say 2010. We got rid of it last year, and we replaced it with this new Slaughterhouse haunted house. Now, let me say this. Last year, it took forever to get Hayrides out, get the new infrastructure built. We also robbed a little bit of space and made the horror retail store bigger. That took a long time. And we weren't able to do all the high-end, high-tech scenes that we normally would like to do. So now we've circled back. We've replaced some of the scenes, added a lot of high-tech fog effects, lighting effects, sound effects, new animatronics, new scenes. The tunnel that you walk through being totally redone. I'm not going to walk through that because it's not done. So we're going to give you like you're going to see about 90% done. I know there's one animation that's not working. The clown car is not shaking. And there's one brand new animation that's not actually turned on yet. But you're going to get a really good idea of what's going on. Now we want to invite everyone to come to the darkness and experience it. Because one of the things that we've been talking about in these videos is just how drastically different our haunted houses are to the typical haunted house that might open in October. And this renovation that we've done isn't limited to the Slaughterhouse. We've done it everywhere. And let me show you real quick. Oh, I'm gonna come over here. Like, this is a scene, as an example, that was already here last year. We call it the tool shed. And if you look up there, you see all kinds of stuff. Now, when you get right there, what is that? That is a new animatronic. This section of the haunted house is not turned on, but that was not there last year. So we're going through room by room, and we are trying to improve, we are trying to change, we are trying to enhance. That's what we're doing. But we're going to focus this video on this Slaughterhouse, okay? And I'm going to narrate the whole walkthrough and explain everything that's different, so you get an idea, a snapshot of how drastic we change the haunted house, the darkness. The darkness is literally one of the best haunted houses in the entire world. And what's sad, in some cases, that I talk to people who come, or I meet people out and about, and they say, well, you know what, we haven't been downtown in a long time, haven't been to the haunted house in years. I'm like, what are you doing? This is an experience you can have in St. Louis without actually traveling to like another city. It's literally over the top. I consider it like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, but for haunted houses. It's very possible we have the world's record for the most animatronics and special effects. And this Slaughterhouse is now super scary, even without actors. And I'm going to show you right now. So as I was pointing out, we made it with an entryway. Slot tours today only. You can start to see lights are programmed, everything's programmed. And let's go through. And right away, you're going to be greeted by a lot of these pigs. Now, if you look up there, you see that gobo light? All the lights have been changed. Everything changed. Not there last year. see the program lights of the ceiling. And watch this. That was not there last year. You see lights programmed, you see new lighting everywhere. Now this hallway, we're calling in the kettle hallway, like a kettle corn. It has not changed, but now it has air blasting you from overhead, gobos, lights shining through the kettle maze with programmed lighting and sound. You walk through this hallway with no actor and you can absolutely be terrified. You'll notice another pig up there. This scene is almost the same except for all the lighting. As you can see, it's programmed. Special effect lighting everywhere. And this is an animation not turned on at the moment. This hallway was totally redone. Programmed lighting, repainted, rethemed. Sound effects, lighting effects. This isn't some haunted house like they have in St. Charles where they go to spirits and buy props. This is a multi-million-dollar haunted house. Now this is a brand new electric chair type of animation. It's very scary. And you can see it through this grated steel. Currently, it's not turned on. Let's keep walking. I just got blasted in the leg by air, and you can see it's programmed with the lighting. The air cannon goes off, the lights change. Lighting, change, program. Another pig. Lighting is programmed. Big animatronic. Something I love about the Slaughterhouse is this diamond cut steel. When you're walking up this hallway, the actors can literally scare you from the other side, and then you can see there's another pig over there. All lighting programmed and changed. As you can see, the air cannon machine gun is programmed to the lighting. And that thing blasts the hell out of you. Now you'll notice right away I come in here, the lighting is programmed. Right away, you see more programmed lighting. This is all new, completely changed. And look at that. And this is also a scare for an actor. There we go. You're also getting blasted with air blast. This complete scene is totally new, totally changed. By the way, they're bleeding water, which is actually supposed to be blood. This whole scene is totally redone, totally changed. New CGI. New scene, new animation. And you might also notice when this goes off, you see how the lamp, the light fixture moves. It actually moves with the animation program. Also, the actor has a mechanism that they can push. There's no fog in it right now, but it sprays you heavy duty with a blast of fog. It's scary, it's like all heckins. You'll notice right away another gag to scare people. All lighting changed. Hazers were added down there. Now watch this hallway. And this is what I mean about this diamond plate. You're not even paying attention and there's an actor right there to scare the heck out of you. And you walk up here. And here's the tunnel being redone. You can see it has programmed lights. It's being painted as we speak. And then even as you're walking out, lights are programmed. And there's another animation right there. Swinging over your head. You gotta walk right underneath it. One final scare. And then as you exit the Slaughterhouse, you'll notice all kinds of new stuff. Collectibles everywhere. There's Linda Blair's head, Max Shrek. And one thing I want to mention, do you see this mural right here? That is from the 1994 version of The Darkness. It's the only thing left. We made those canvases to put in windows to make it look like, you know, they're kind of castle windows. It's still there. We still have it. Now, when you come into the museum, you'll notice there's 1, 2, 3 main photo ops in the main room. And you come over here to this animation, you press this button, and you can make a reel with the animation. And let's check this one out. So guests can press this button, get their cameras, step away, and make a scary reel with a scary monster. You can ride the electric chair. You can play Walking Dead. You have a 5-minute escape. And if that wasn't enough, there's yet another photo op, and a darkness only claw machine, and the chicken board. And look at that. See, you can jump in front of these zombies, and you have yet another photo op. So that makes 4, technically 5 with this one. 5 photo ops. Not to mention, you can take photos with almost anything in here. And then you have what I think is probably the best horror retail store in the haunt industry. If it's not the best, it's one of them, that's for sure. It's absolutely massive. It's been actually expanded, I don't even know how many times. I want to say 5 or 6 times it's been expanded, made bigger and bigger each time. It can't be made bigger anymore. It's landlocked now. It can't get bigger because when we rebuilt TerraVisions, we expanded it like a little corner to make it nice and, you know, like rectangle. And then we built the maze around it. So the maze is where the maze is. The retail store can't be expanded. How we were expanding the retail store, little by little, we were taking little scenes out of TerraVisions and making it a little bit bigger, then a little bit bigger, then a little bit bigger. Until we got to a point where, like, okay, this will be really complicated to take this other corner out. So we were just like, the hell with this. TerraVision has been here since 2010. It's time for it to go, and it's time to get something in here that's scarier. And that's exactly what this maze is. It's terrifying when you add the actors. Some of the actors like wear bloody aprons and whatnot with like clown masks, and they got these chainsaws, these weapons, and people are just terrified of it. The audio has been done to really set the mood, to make you feel extremely uncomfortable. There's little air blasts happening here and there and everywhere. There's sound effects, lighting effects, CGI effects, animatronics, you name it. I think this Slaughterhouse is exactly where it needs to be now. And I'm really excited for people to come and see it. So when people wonder, like, what the darkness really is all about, or what has changed from one year to the next, well, that was not here a year ago. It was not actually finished the way we wanted to finish it because we didn't have time. What a lot of people don't understand is we also have a haunted house called Creepyworld. We got to work there as well. We also have escape rooms, and we were trying to finish an escape room last year called Alien. And then on top of that, we build mini golfs and laser tags. So we were really busy. So we got done what we could do. And it took us all winter to do what we did. But now we've been able to come in with, now that the main infrastructure of the maze is there, and really fine tune it to be a real thoroughbred of a haunted house. So we are beyond the moon, ecstatic with how it turned out. We're very excited. We can't wait for people to come and see it. And this Halloween season, for the people who live here in St. Louis, if they come and see it, we have people come for our special events like Krampus, but our most popular one is the Valentine's, My Bloody Valentine. You know what is really great about My Bloody Valentine is because the Transworld Haunted House show typically happens a couple weeks. Last year it was literally one weekend to the next. So our goal has always been to try to get a lot of the renovations done for My Bloody Valentine. Now, for this year, there are people who come to our My Bloody Valentine event, which, by the way, if you ever want tickets during the season for the darkness, you go to scarefest.fearticket.com. Okay? That's for people who are coming locally during like a special event for us or for the Halloween season. I would say for Valentine's, we'll have it about it's the renovation part that we're doing. It's probably only going to be maybe 65%. because the big change this year is the Frankenstein. We're not going to have that done. We're going to have it mostly built, but not painted, not themed. No one's going to see that until the Halloween season, unless you come to the Transworld show, which is in March. And you can actually come to our behind the scenes tour, which is going to be March the 26th. And we have people in St. Louis that have always wanted to experience the darkness and take photos and videos, and you can. It's on March the 26th. Darkness will have a behind the scenes tour. Now, for anyone coming to our Transworld event, you go to darkness.fearticket.com. And on March the 26th, we're going to have a behind the scenes tour of the darkness with a Q&A where you can ask questions and we answer them. You get to go through the haunted house at your own pace. You get to go through the horror secret bar. You're going to be able to see that. That wasn't actually done in time for Transworld last year, but now it is. You can see our actors' rooms. I mean, you can see the whole haunted house. And then at the end, you can experience this room and our gift store. That's all with no actors. It's, I think, our best tour that we do of the year, and this is going to be the last time we're doing that. So if you actually want to go to a behind-the-scenes tour, go to darkness.fearticket.com and get the ticket. Now, during Transworld on March the 27th and 28th, we're doing a limited event, 500 guests tops. That's it. It's actually 100 people every 30 minutes. We're only open for 5 sessions. It's the last time we're going to open the darkness with live actors. The very last time for the Transworld show. We have just been doing some of the most amazing renovations over the last few years. They're very costly, and we wouldn't be able to do them without the support of the haunted house industry. But I think we just kind of run its course on doing it, and there's just other things in the fire, other things we want to work on. And I'll give you an example. St. Louis Escape, we were planning to do a massive renovation to the mini golf, and we're also going to be adding our own game show. It's going to be called St. Louis Game Show. And then we also want to retheme our Frankenstein escape room into an escape room called Dragon Slayer. Okay? So we got that to do. We also build blacklight mini golfs and laser tags for clients all over the world. And we got about 5 more to build. Plus, we got to get out to Creepyworld, and we're going to be retheming one of the mazes out of Creepyworld. It was a funeral home, and we're going to change it to a farm theme. So, with all that being said, once Transworld happens on March the 25th, 26th, and 27th, the darkness is done. We don't ever do any more work to it. Now, last year we did, because Transworld was in February, so we did try to finish at least a lot of the stuff we started. But once it warms up, we typically go out to Creepyworld and start working. So the darkness renovations will 100%, no matter whatever happens, will be done by March the 25th, which is Transworld. And so if you want to come to that tour, go to darkness.fearticket.com and get your tickets. Now, one of the things I just want to say is you can clearly see, if you would have come to the darkness last year, this Slaughterhouse, it's not even on the same planet. It's like you jumped off Earth, you passed the moon, and you went straight to Pluto. Okay, that's how much different it is. And that doesn't even count all the stuff that we've been doing inside the darkness itself. Now, a lot of the new props and everything that we're getting for the darkness, they're coming from one specific company called Unit 70. And I don't know when we're going to get those. I just know that we'll probably get all of them or most of them sometime in middle of March, about a month from now. So people from St. Louis, when they come to our My Bloody Valentine, they won't get to experience that unless for some reason they showed up to one of our tours at the end of March for the Transworld show. So make sure you like and subscribe to our page. We're going to make a whole series of videos all summer long on all the renovations we do here at the darkness, because we want people, whether it's the haunt industry, whether it's the people who live in or around St. Louis, or people who want to travel to St. Louis in Halloween time, to understand what they're getting when they come to the darkness. What kind of experience are they going to have that was different than last year? And I think you can see with just the one space alone that it is drastically different. And it doesn't count the Frankenstein scenes we're building. It doesn't count all the new animations and props that we're scattering all through the haunt. It doesn't count the lighting changes we're making, the sound changes we're making. It doesn't count all the scenes that we went in and programmed the lighting and the show controls and all these scenes. It doesn't count that we're replacing, you know, the big Frankenstein scenes. We're also redoing the queue line to have a big show when you walk in. It's going to be an amazing light show. No, none of that. None of that. People have experienced before, and some of it they won't experience for Transworld, or they won't experience for the Valentine show, but for sure for Transworld. This is the biggest renovation we've ever done, and probably the most expensive, and I think it's going to keep the darkness on the map as one of the best haunted houses in the entire world for the next decade. So make sure you like and subscribe to our page. We're going to have videos all summer, especially when we get out to Creepyworld, and we're going to show how we're going to build a new haunted house out there. But get your tickets for the Transworld behind the scenes tour at darkness.fearticket.com. We hope you liked the video, and we hope to see you here.